there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today, sending good vibes, sending positivity, sending blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we've got some trending topics that I wanted to discuss. First, we're going to start off a little light, and that is the American Music Awards, you guys, or lack thereof. It was a tribute special for their 50th anniversary. It aired on CBS. It normally airs on ABC, so I already knew there was going to be some tomfoolery going on that we're going to get to in a minute. I guess a couple of the highlights was the Jennifer Hudson tribute to Whitney Houston, even though that's getting mixed reviews. Also a highlight was Nelly and Chingy and everything else, just bringing that St. Louis flair. A lot of people raved about that performance. A lot of people raved about Shaka Khan and Sheila E. And then there was a tribute to the boy band that I'm also going to be dragging because they wanted to, I guess, highlight the boy bands who have paved the way, right? And they used some group I've never heard of before, right? And they had AJ from Backstreet Boys and Lance Bass from NSYNC introduce this tribute, right? And there was like a video montage or whatever. But the group only does a tribute, you guys, to New Kids on the Block and NSYNC's Bye Bye Bye, right? And I guess, okay, yes, Deadpool versus Wolverine is like, you know, one of the top blockbuster movies of the summer, right? And if, spoiler alert, if you haven't seen it, there's like a big sequence where Ryan Reynolds is doing the NSYNC Bye 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 dance. However, NSYNC has not been together in ages since Justin Timberlake went solo. Where's the tribute to New Edition, you guys? Where's the tribute to the Jackson 5? Where's the tribute to the Backstreet Boys, is what I want to know. Can you make it make sense? Why the exclusion of certain people? If you're not going to do a tribute and properly honor the right people that are in these groups, don't do it at all. Please don't. Because it's such a waste. Which brings me to something else. And that was the erasure, you guys, of... Oh, and also I wanted to highlight, I forgot, Mariah Carey. Mariah Carey, I believe it's the... Is it the 20th anniversary of the Emancipation of Mimi? Please don't tell me it's 20 years, you guys. Oh my gosh. One of the albums that's no skips, by the way. One of the select few artists that can say that they have albums, they have material that is no skips. Not every artist can say that, but Emancipation of Mimi is no skips. So Mariah Carey performed We Belong Together, and also Don't Forget About Us, which is my jam, and got a standing ovation, right? So the erasure of the Jackson family is where we're going, and I don't remember there being an acknowledgement of Prince, right? I think there might have been a blurb. If you blinked, you missed it. Michael Jackson had the record, you guys, the Guinness World Record of the most American Music Awards, I believe with like 24, right? And was part of the reason that the show was even relevant, because he was always giving iconic performances and winning all types of awards. And, you know, then there was supposed to be that tribute a couple of years ago that Chris Brown was supposed to do that got canceled, right? Because they said that you know, with Chris Brown's allegations and the allegations against Michael, we just didn't want anything to do with it. No. You knew that you did not want to honor Michael Jackson. That's the bottom line. And apparently, allegedly, CBS is affiliated with another hit piece on Michael Jackson documentary, so not surprised that they just completely erase him from this tribute, right? From this celebration. J-Lo was getting more screen time for this celebration, you guys. Jennifer Lopez, you guys. So there was that. There was no Janet mention. There was nothing. And I don't care about these rinky-dink tribute videos, you guys. That means nothing to me. It's about who you called to get on that stage to perform that is still alive and kicking, as far as I'm concerned. And you don't think Janet Jackson, I will say, she is currently on tour overseas. But the disrespect to the Jackson family And keep in mind, it was on CBS, the same CBS that blackballed Janet Jackson in the first place because of Nipplegate. Like, my issue with this tribute as a whole is that it wasn't about celebrating everybody as much as it was about politics. And all it was about is we're going to pick and choose who we want to include in this tribute based on the artists that are in good standing with us, and not necessarily the artists that have won the most awards with us or who have made history with us and this and that. And that is my issue. That is my issue, you guys. So I wanted to speak on that. So I wasn't sure if any of you guys had watched that tribute, but I'm glad I did not, because it was a waste. But truth be told, Michael Jackson can get his own special for the American Music Awards alone. Because like I said, he had the Guinness World Record. He was the reason that award show has lasted as long as it has. And this is the thanks that he gets. Everybody tries so hard to erase Michael Jackson's legacy and try to trash him in the media and tarnish his name and his reputation, only for him to still have the best-selling music in the world, you guys. He is outperforming your faves that are currently alive and kicking and can barely keep their albums on the charts, that can barely sell any concert tickets, and all of these things. Michael Jackson's doing that, people. But the media, on the other hand, they want you to believe lies about him. Lies in which people have admitted that they specifically wanted to get paid off by Michael Jackson because he was rich. Make it make sense, you guys. So that was one story that I wanted to talk about, because I couldn't believe nobody was talking about it, and I thought I was going crazy, just this complete and utter erasure of Michael Jackson, right? So the next story we got to get to is Diddy and Justin Bieber, you guys. So Diddy now is trying to, he's still trying to rework this bail angle, because we have another judge now on this case. And he is trying to basically now say, listen, I'm going to get drug tested every single week if you let me be on house arrest. And I'm like, Diddy, the lawsuits are lawsuiting. The people are coming out the woodworks. How are you supposed to feel like you're going to come out? And then there's rumors that there's, SEX tapes being shopped around with you and other A-listers, some that are male. No! And then there's a hotline, there's a Diddy hotline, that if you've been impacted and there's going to be more celebrities that are going to be implicated to come. No! Just stay down. The harder you're trying to push to try to get out on bail, the more heat that keeps coming your way, right? So now Justin Bieber is completely disgusted and reportedly in a hard place mentally following the Diddy arrest, you guys. And so this is from Page 6, but this is everywhere. It says Justin Bieber is reportedly struggling with mental health as one of his close friends, Sean Diddy Combs, faces criminal allegations of sexual assault, abuse, sex trafficking, and more horrific claims. Justin is in a hard place mentally right now, a source claimed to Us Weekly Wednesday. He had such a history with Diddy, and the allegations against him have been hard to process. A separate insider alleged to the outlet that the Peaches singer is completely disgusted by Combs' scandal and that he has been advised to stay as far away from it as possible related to it. And they reached out to his representatives for a comment and have not heard anything back, you guys. And now what's happening is all of the old clips are resurfacing of Diddy and Bieber, and it's so uncomfortable. And I can't believe how brazen Diddy was in these interviews, talking about these freak-off parties, talking about what, Justin Bieber and Usher could and couldn't do as kids under his care. And nobody batted an eye. Nobody batted an eye and thought, this is sus. Nobody. Like, make it make sense. But now we're down that slippery slope, because depending on who you want to talk to or who you want to believe, were these people groomed? right? And I'm meaning this allegedly regarding the Justin Bieber and Usher. Were these people allegedly groomed? Like, what is going to be the angle here? Because I still need answers as to why Usher completely scrubbed his Twitter, right? Are you going to become a witness? Like, what is the tea? So, more to come on that. Finally, we need to discuss, we have an update, you guys. Remember, we discussed Jaguar Wright going on Piers Morgan, and it was supposed to be about Diddy. However, Jay-Z and Beyonce caught some strays. So the Carters decided to contact their high-power attorney, and what ended up happening was Piers Morgan had to issue an apology and a retraction. And so TMZ, who you guys said is the Kardashians' go-to, well, apparently there's a connect also, affiliated with the Carters that it has a direct line to TMZ as well. And it says the following. It says, Jay-Z and Beyonce are furious over Diddy comparison. Attorney Alex Spiro rips Piers Morgan show. Jay-Z and Beyonce are livid at Piers Morgan for airing an interview with some vague but serious allegations against them, and their attorney is questioning Piers' his ethics. The Carters' attorney, Alex Bieber, joined us on TMZ Live Wednesday, and we asked him about J&B's response to Piers' show Uncensored, broadcasting an interview with Jaguar Wright, who claimed the couple had more victims than Diddy. Alex says Piers was exploiting the rumor mill by allowing these false allegations to hit the airwaves, and he says that he gave Piers an ultimatum: remove the claims and apologize or face a court order to take the interview down. Jay-Z and Beyonce's attorneys say that Jaguar's allegations are demonstrably false, and Piers should have never had allowed the claims to make it on the show, blasting Piers as an irresponsible so-called journalist. The interview in question aired last week, and on Tuesday, Piers issued an on-air apology to Jay and Beyonce in the wake of Alex's ultimatum. Alex says Piers didn't just harm the Carters here, he also drowned out the voices of the real victims. There's been a lot of silence from Hollywood regarding the Diddy situation, but Alex says J and B are making a big statement here. And it's like a full-blown interview that takes place. So here's my thing, right? Here's my thing. Why Piers Morgan and why not Jaguar Wright? That's my question. That's the $1 million question. That's the $1 billion question I have. Because Jaguar Wright has been on these YouTube streets, has been on these podcast streets for the past few years. And not once have people shut her down. Yes, she's been arrested. Yes, there's been goofy things that have been happening. But she has not been shut down at all. She can go on any YouTube, she can go on any podcast, any amount of followers, and people are going to pick it up. People are going to eat it up, and nothing happens. And you're trying to tell me that she can go on Piers Morgan and it takes you a week to try to get this apology and everything else taken down? And I find it interesting you did not say anything in regards to her claims about Diddy or her claims about anybody else that was mentioned. Just yourself. You just want yourself stricken from the record. So to me, are you saying what else Jaguar Wright was saying was true, except for you and your wife? Because then that sounds sus. That sounds suspicious. And then, like I said, it's not about money or not. If you want somebody shut down to stop talking about you, that's a simple, hey, you're getting a letter from our attorney. You're not allowed to discuss us in any capacity. Or else. Or take down your videos that discuss X, Y, and Z, or else. That doesn't cost anything, people. But now you're basically giving Jaguar Wright the freedom to go wherever she wants to. And it was fine as long as it was primarily among the black community that she's speaking to. You didn't care what she said to any of the black community, right? That was fine. And the irony in this is that you guys built your careers wanting the love, support, and the money from the black people. But then when you got to a certain level, you wanted to pivot and try to just get that mainstream money from everybody, right? And hang out with all of the white billionaires and everybody, right? But then when you need to run back to black people for support, when these ventures outside don't go so well, you have to run back to the black people for support. But the same black people that are eating up all of this Jaguar right stuff, you do not take any action. Only when she goes to a white man, she goes to a white platform, now all of a sudden you take action. I find it suspect. Because there have been large platforms on YouTube who have also interviewed Jaguar Wright, I'm sorry, who have had tons of views. And you guys sat there and did absolutely nothing. But now that it's Piers Morgan, you want to do something? And like I said, Jay-Z and Beyonce, the Carters weren't the only people she said stuff about. So you're saying everything else that she said is true, but you just want your name stricken from the record. That's how I interpreted it. That all the other claims and allegations and stuff she made about everybody else, all that was fine. You just didn't want your name in it. But it's going to be interesting to see what happens after this, because I have a feeling this is not over. I have a feeling this is not over. Everybody keeps pointing to that psychic, because it was the same psychic that predicted when Diddy was going to finally get arrested and get taken down. That they predicted, I believe it was November, that they said of this year, that was when Jay-Z was going to get taken down. Now, the interesting thing is going to be, what is Jay-Z allegedly going to be taken down for? And I don't think as of now, at least from what the rumors are of what he's being investigated for, it's related to business or fraudulence with business and things like that. It hasn't been of any of the stuff that Diddy's currently dealing with, right? But the things that Jay-Z and Beyonce are guilty of are not, that we actually know that they're guilty of, is not what Jaguar Wright is saying in that video, right? And we're talking about the sabotage of several black people's careers. Like that's, Kanye told you. I'm not making it up. Kanye told you how they move and how they operate. Listen to that rant again about Kanye years ago and look at how much of what he said about the Carters and how it came to fruition. And everybody's like, oh, he's crazy, he's off his meds. But he wasn't lying in the grand scheme of things when you listen actually to what he said. And that's what's so crazy in all of this, right? But I don't think that just because this happened, I don't think the coast is clear on the Carters. It's clear that many people are sick of Jay-Z and Beyonce. They're sick of the antics. They're sick of them only popping out when they want you to buy something. They're sick of, the fake mysterious act. They're sick of it all. And I think some people are out for blood. And these people on TikTok, it's funny because people want to make a big deal about Jaguar, right? But have you been to the TikTok streets on how bad they want Jay-Z and Beyonce taken down? That's a whole nother level in the TikTok world, right? It's one thing about the conspiracy channels that are on YouTube. It's another on TikTok, the determination that some people have that are like, listen, we are getting Jay-Z, like we're going to get them. They are determined, you guys. They are determined to try to get something. So we're going to see how this plays out, because I think this is, the first domino of many. But I feel like this is just a battle. This is not the entire war. And I feel like something bigger is going to be brewing, and this is not going to be the last that we're going to be hearing of anything sketchy related to the Carters. And they have lost followers, which I talked about in my previous video. They've lost followers. There have been people who are more bold and spicy in Beyonce's comments these days, and everything else. So it's going to be very interesting. Now, it may not be a Diddy thing, but what people, I think, are trying to insert Jay-Z is, how can you be good friends with all these people, with R. Kelly and Diddy, and you're still coming out here unscathed, right? You're still coming out here where nothing has happened, right? Was really the gist of things until we got into some of the other allegations. But nonetheless, like I said, November is around the corner. like that psychic predicted. So we're going to see what happens come to November towards the end of this year on what's really going to get shaking around here. And if Jay-Z really will get taken down, or if it is a fairy tale that people have. So there is that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.